Namaste, everybody. Good to see everyone here. So very interesting because uh all kind of glitchy stuff and crazy information stuff and stuff that you haven't thought about is popping up and little annoyances and medical dynamics and all that other stuff, earthly stuff is popping up for a lot of people in different ways. And, what we got to do is, yes, it was just like if you have to get to a goal, let's put it this way. I always used to think like if once somebody says there is $1 million is not any money now. So we have to say there's $1 billion. Okay. And they gave you the address of where this was located. Okay. And it was, if you could get to that destination, okay, you're going to figure out how to get to that destination. It says, we got $1 billion and it has your name on it and it's in Timbuktu, right? You will find the resources within you. You say, I don't know where Timbuktu is, but believe me, to get that $1 million, everybody's creative juices are going to start to flow. You're going to start to figure out a way how to get, you're not sure how you're going to get there, but you're like, I'm going for it. I'm going for that $1 million reward. So all the little things that come along the way to trip you up, you're like, I don't think so. Excuse me. I don't think so because I have a goal. I know the victory line, and that's what I'm focused on. And so when we're focused, on our well-being, we have to be healthy and strong and vital to do the work that we do. Our expectations, no matter what bumps in the roads come in, we're going to be victorious. It's like, oh, this is a little setback, but you're not stopping me. You're not stuck. I know who I am and what I'm connected to. Excuse me. And you know what happens? As you start to do that, you know this to be true. It is in your bones. You're not messed with as much. Still try, but not as much. But it's almost like your initiation to say, okay, we're gonna have something to tell you. Mine was in 2017. Mine was in 2017. They said, okay, here's a timeline that can possibly happen for you. You'll turn into a piece of stone. I'm like, I know, I don't think so. I'm not turning into a piece of stone. I'm changing that timeline. That's not happening. I don't know, but I said, no, that's what I said. And I said, then all the creative juices, and I started tapping in, and I started to surrender and contact this person, read this book, divine timing, all of this stuff brought all of this stuff together, which was a journey from 2017 to where I am now. I did not degenerate. I regenerated. This is why we have to believe this is true. Jesus said, as I can do, you can do also. You have to know that and feel that in your bones. And sometimes what it takes is these little testings along the way. Okay. And then it's like, oh, I got through that. Why now? I have stuff. I'm like, look, I'm a late bloomer. So I got a lot of stuff I gotta finish up. Right. I'm a late bloomer. But at the end of the day, too, there's so many dynamics that's involved, is that for some people, their higher work has to be out of the body. It's like, I gotta go. I have work to do over here. Okay, that's fine too. But if you could get as much work as you can do here, it's like you get like a little extra brownie point, a little extra star because you shrugged through all of this and this vibration and this vibration. But the thing is that we want to be aware of is like this period of time, there's all kinds of little things coming up. Maybe some people say it's annoying. Some people may say it's irritating. Some people say, wow, this is really devastating to me, or this really took me, by surprise, or this came out of left field, or whatever it is. We're in a kind of season for little irritants, little things that can maybe distract you and kind of pull you down. I had my own little episode in the past couple of days, dealing with a person that hasn't changed in 35 years, the same stuck in that thing. I'm like, what, are you kidding me? And I could have gone into I almost did, into a whole tirade. I had to pull myself back. Whoa, come back, sister. Because I started saying I wouldn't be using that bomb on a regular basis. And I was real close to say a whole plethora of it, like, And I said, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let me pull that back in. Let me breathe. Let me not do that because I have made a commitment on trying to increase us, all of us, to be a better version of myself. And that, bomb is not as much as I love it. And I loved it. I love saying it. There's nothing quite like it, I feel. It says everything. It says everything, is a great way to express stuff, right? But they said, not now. I'm like, really? No, not now. I love that word. No, not now. We're going to refine it a little bit and you're going to operate. So all of us are on our next step, whatever that next step is, whatever little any improvement or your goal to do that or whatever it is. So, and as you start to do it, it gets more fine-tuned, okay, where, you're like so attuned to your body. You're like, I know this works and I know this doesn't work. Or your body talks to you, says, hey, what do you think you're doing? Don't you know better than that? It's like picking up cigarettes and saying, I know this is going to cause me a problem, but I'm going to smoke it anyway. So are you there? No, you're smarter than that. You're not doing that. Why would you do this? And it's like this your higher self actually starts talking to you. Say, hey, I'm not going to do it. Hey, I know we've been talking a bit, but now we could go deeper. Let's have a deeper conversation. And here's some things that you could do. Yeah. We know you're into 3D. You signed up for this shit. But anyway, I can say shit, but the other one. You signed up for this. You signed up for this. And, but in the end of the day, it's like a testing for you because as you could get past it and better, then, when big stuff coming, you're like, cool and like, no problem. And the big stuff is coming for other people. We got to be centered. We got to be cool. Okay. We are the leaders. So the other people are freaking out. We can't be freaking out along with them. We can't. That's not our job. We've been in training for a long time, right? We've been in training. We'll continue being training. But there are those of us like, it's not big news that extraterrestrials are here or they're seeing it on TV. It's boring. What else is on TV? I don't need to know that. I've been knowing that. We've all been knowing that. That's new for some people. Okay, they're like, oh my God. Okay, so we have been the boots on the ground. We have been training for a while, and you have to look at whatever these obstacles that come in, those things that make you feel down, or like, what is it? We all have that. But then you bounce back again because we have the resurrection power. Can you imagine if we didn't have the resurrection power? Nobody would be out of bed. We wouldn't be here. You'd look at the world and say, forget it. Okay, I'm out of here. But we are still here and generations are still here against all odds. Why? Because we rise to the occasion and we continue to go on because there's that part of us that pulls us forward. Now I'm having this wonderful discussion, didn't even go on Facebook Live, which we're not going to do because I've used up my chat on this. So Facebook Live, I'm sorry. I just got into the zone and it just happened. So, we'll just talk this way over here. Okay, so we're just going to have a Zoom only. So maybe it's just for the people that are on here. Hello, Stephanie. I'm so glad to see you on here. Beautiful. So one of the things I wanted to say, if anybody is here for the very first time, I think everybody's been here before, but if by chance someone is here and I don't recognize it, just say hello in the chat. Let me know that you are new. Usually what we do is we go on Facebook Live, but sometimes when the spirit hits you, it hits you and you just start opening your mouth and you can't stop. It just keeps on going. So that's for those people who are on Zoom, the people who are currently here, and the people who may find themselves on YouTube with this particular message for them to know that everything is going to be okay. We're going to get on the other side of things. So I want to get started here, and let me just have a sip of this first. And just for you guys to know, before I just got on, and the spirit said, something's going to mess with you. That's why I got into the whole conversation of stuff messing with you. It's just before I clicked on here, there was a thing that said, emergency, somebody's trying to get into your password. Just as I'm like, what? I did not click on it, but it tells you how intrusive things are. Now, this gives me another thing to kind of share with everybody. Yeah, yeah. Mercury retrograde, all starting. When is the official date? Huh? Wednesday, but it revs up before, yeah. It revs up early. So the thing also that I want to mention is like when you have something important to do. So like this trip is coming up to Mount Shasta, which is going to be on the 6th, thank you, the 6th of September to the 13th. Is that also too when there's a big quantum or in your life or something important to do, that's when a lot of stuff comes in to try to distract you, to try to, to mess with you, major things come in like, wow, what timing. Now I'm getting ready to do this and this stuff is going on now in my life. Okay, this one they're saying is that the path that we are is so important, so absolutely important what we're doing. We don't even realize how it ripples throughout the multiverse. And I just had a discussion, a thought just came in that perhaps some stuff we're not only doing our own timeline, but we're probably cleaning up other timelines that we're a part of. I'm pretty sure of that. It just popped into my head like, wait a minute, we thought we cleaned this up, but maybe some other timeline, it still needs to be addressed and cleaned up. And so we're doing it here, right? Just like we are the ancestors that we've been waiting for. Like somebody in the lineage says, it's me. I'll go ahead and help with that. And I had a personal experience with that directly. Somebody from the past. I mean, who knew in the multiverse I would be able to help somebody in the past who helped me in the present? So it's like these are concepts that we read about intellectually, but it's a whole different story when you start to experience. That takes it to a whole nother level. You are forever changed once that happens. You can't go back thinking here when you are now thinking this way and all of that. So, and I do believe that as we continue to walk our path of light, and it does talk about it, it talks about the path of the righteous, that they're going to be accelerated, they're going to be taken care of, they're going to be, if I tell people there's any time to be righteous, this is the time to do it. This is not a test. This is the real deal. This is what we've been training for. This is it. So with that, I'm going to say, I'm glad as the Ascended Masters always say, thank you for showing up. We don't need to have thousands and thousands of people to do this kind of work. We just need a handful of dedicated light workers, and we can spread our light around the world and beyond. So we have to think not only this world, we're at the point now when I got a divine guidance that told me that when we talk about the waters, that all waters are connected. And then I got, that's not limited to the planet. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. There's water every place now. Remember when they thought there was no water, there's no life and everything? That was not that long ago, a new paradigm shift. And in fact, all waters. So if you say, I'm praying for the waters on Earth and Mars, I'm praying for the water on Earth and Venus, I'm holding the frequency of light to the Earth and beyond the Earth, to the asteroids, to the comets, to wherever water is, let's just say in our little solar system or beyond the solar system. Do you know as healers, we can do that? Why? Because that awareness has come to us. So now I got to think, okay, let me send some, there's a connection between Mars and the Earth. Let me start sending, I never thought of that before. Let me start sending some healing to the waters of Mars, to the waters of Venus, because our ancestors knew the Mars and Venus, gateway to sun in Bolivia. It's right there, Venus, the gateway to the sun, Venus. They knew that. And that's the Birdmen. Those were the Birdmen. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. I think I recall this. I think I remember this now. So all these little pieces are coming together. And I think it's really exciting to be in the avant-garde in front of it all. Isn't that awesome? And of course, it's not just on the front, but, we have our ones that went before us who have done all of this, but I feel very privileged.